we're going to need to see that again because the Knights, like you said, that is no easy task to go ahead and beat these guys. It's going to be difficult. They've been popping off in the grid. Rodoko, specifically, I've been most impressed with on the Knights. And right away, Alpha Kep, he's going to put this one in the back of the net off the kickoff. 7 seconds in, and we've already got a goal.
J-Pow, you see the double commit from Kinsey and DPS. Alpha Kep will blast that one in. Had a lot of space to work with, too. So a routine goal 7 seconds in for XSET. Alpha Kep just scored that goal, now flicking it past Rodoko. J-Pow in reverse, goes for a 50. Kinsey, beat by T-Corel. T-Corel going airborne. ZPS denying the backboard bounce, hits it really hard over to Alpha Kep, who passes to T-Corel. T-Corel sets up a shot. J-Pow taking over, goes for the 50. It kicks out to the corner. Good ball movement from XSET.
Yeah, nice little movement there, especially for J-Pow to be on the receiving end of that. But now their defense is going to get tested. The demo from ZPS, this is what's so deadly about the Knights. Once they get on offense, we'll see ZPS be aggressive, go into the corners, take your boost, then go for some bumps. Always making sure to include that in his rotation. We even see it here. The dribbles out, wins the 50, and now can keep going forward. You have to stop ZPS and can't let them start getting momentum and go on a tear.
Rodoko. That pass well handled by J-Pow. Alpha Kep charging in. T-Corel out of boost, but he got that first touch. Rodoko, his center ball broken up. Kinsey now to the corner. J-Pow did get that corner steal. Lots of boost now for XSET. Double commit from the Knights. See what XSET can do. Kinsey going for a clear attempt. T-Corel will stop that at the midfield, but it's back to Rodoko. J-Pow, weak pop. If he gets that a bit higher, maybe Alpha Kep could have come in. Bouncing straight up off the ceiling. T-Corel, good speed. ZPS getting some help. The bump from Rodoko paved the way, and ZPS will tie it up for the Knights.
I love this fake, too. We got to mention the bump that does come out from Rodoko, but look at ZPS. He doesn't even touch the ball with any part of his car that's going to get power on it to fake out the defender. He just has to make sure he wins that 50-50. And what better way to ensure that by just not even touching the ball? Don't even risk taking that challenge on. And you fake out the goalkeeper, tie the series up, or excuse me, the game up. And now 3 minutes left. Seems like the Knights, they were struggling to get possession pressure out of their own defensive end, and now things starting to work out.
That was a multi-layered play. The bump, the fake. Knights tying it up as we hit this halfway point of the game. And this is for the playoff spot, the final spot in the bracket. ZPS shot denied by T-Corel. Rodoko, that 50. Now Alpha Kep, long hit, doesn't hit the ceiling. ZPS will deny the backboard. Going for the corner, good bounce out to T-Corel. T-Corel bounce shot, gets the demo as well. XSET threatening on that play.
Oh, that save from Kinsey. Last man back. I think he was actually backwards.
Rodoko!
Rodoko. We mentioned his name. This is what I'm talking about. He has been impressing me so much. To flip reset, to wave dash, to set up ZPS. That should have been Rodoko's goal. The crossbar just robbed him.
That was so sick. He got so much power on the shot through the wave dash.
Yeah.
Now off kickoff, Kinsey flip reset opportunity. J-Pow getting in the way. Tough bounce for T-Corel. Alpha Kep will help out, but it's out to Kinsey. Floats it up high. ZPS taking over. J-Pow getting bumped around. Be slow to rotate. Won't be able to get to this bounce very cleanly. T-Corel back to the middle. Races against Rodoko. Rodoko wins that race. Ball out to ZPS. High shot. Knocked aside by Alpha Kep. XSET has been forced on defense for quite some time now.
Yeah, and they're not finding teammates either. Seems like when they go for clears, they can't manage to find somebody in the midfield who takes
here's
that
an opening.
Mid boost, and that's gonna do it. Okay for J-Pow. off the crossbar now, tied up. It didn't take a lot of offensive pressure. One opportunity, and J-Pow strikes.
And there was that bump from Alpha Kep, opening up that gap. And a strong shot from J-Pow. XSET really making this an interesting game one.
I feel like these
we just saw a back and forth series, Turtle, and it looks like we might be in for another one.
I was just about to mention that. Both these series that we've seen so far, how do you predict what's going to happen whenever one team has all the pressure, the better mechanics, which I'd say are on the side of the Knights right now, especially with that goal from Rodoko, or that pass, I would say. And yet it's XSET who are keeping this one close, and they tied up.
See what happens. J-Pow staying with it himself. First touch from T-Corel. He'll fake it. The bounce shot. Kinsey was getting bumped around, but he recovers. Now counterattack. Knights going for a passing play. ZPS is up. T-Corel defending the backboard, but it's out to Kinsey. Kinsey. Strong double tap setup, but Alpha Kep breaking it up. Infield pass. Stop from T-Corel. 1v1 with Alpha Kep. Flicks it. ZPS can't get the stop. Alpha Kep's flick. Will that be enough? 1-goal lead for XSET.
He's got it. The 1v1 flick. That's all he needed to hit. The power had to be there because ZPS cheated up just a little bit out of net. If the rotation had gone farther back, maybe he would have gotten the angle to get the save, but instead cut in just a little bit too early. The final 10 seconds, XSET just got to hold on.
J-Pow's air dribble shut down. Rodoko up to Kinsey. Gets it high. T-Corel will need to drop it. ZPS pass down. Double commit from the Knights. That's got to do it, right? Certainly does. Cleared downfield. T-Corel going for one more. Gets it. Adds insult to injury for the Knights.
That's painful. That is painful right here. T-Corel, the mid boost. And this is kind of representative of how this first game went, where the Knights come out with some crazy offensive pressure, but XSET, they just need one counterattack, one solid passing play to find somebody in the midfield, and they've got a good attempt on net. And it was Alpha Kep in the final few seconds who won out that 1v1, which put them in the lead.
Look at how many saves XSET had. 10 saves for XSET. The Knights putting on a lot of pressure. XSET handling that just, professionally handled by XSET. And they were able to get those counterattacks, the passing plays, the bump plays. XSET making the most of their opportunities.
Yeah, and the Knights, I didn't think they looked bad by any means. They had flashy mechanics. I thought that mind game too from ZPS, I believe it was, who got the fake shot. But XSET, their defense was just stronger. They weren't making consistent mistakes like the Knights were. I feel like if that 1v1 had been reversed and it was somebody on XSET who had to get the touch, we would have most likely had seen a hit that would have saved the shot, and we wouldn't be where we are right now. So shout out to XSET for that defense holding down the fort.
And that defense really keeping them in at 10 saves, 4 saves for the Knights. So XSET certainly know how to defend their goal line and put a few past the opposing defense. Scored 7 seconds in, I believe, in game one. We'll see if XSET does that again or if the Knights will come through and strike first.
I think that'll be an easy situation to find so long as XSET can't seem to connect passes in the midfield. Whenever they're looking for each other, when they're going for clears, that's when they're the most deadly. You know, it's only taken 1 or 2 attempts where they find somebody on offense with one clear. They struggle to do that for most of the game, but once they do connect a few passes, they get the goal almost every single time. So for the Knights, you have to deny them and get yourself in that passing lane.
Awkward ball, huge backflip save for T-Corel. Looked a bit hopeless, but T-Corel predicted that perfectly. Now Alpha Kep, we saw him get one flick goal, mind game pass one, setting up his shot, gets the 50, out to T-Corel. T-Corel, double tap, bouncer, Rodoko, not the biggest hit, J-Pow double tap, leaves it for Alpha Kep, who's dribbling it off to the side. XSET, and they were close to scoring, and they're still not done yet. J-Pow, the 50 will kick out to Alpha Kep. Got T-Corel on the side. T-Corel hard hit off the backboard, and Rodoko booms it downfield. Sometimes a clear can be strong enough to just stop an offense in their tracks, and that was one of those clears from Rodoko.
Yeah, that's all you need. And it was nice to see somebody like Kinsey on the receiving end of it, too, to waste out a couple more seconds. But XSET, I'm impressed so far with what we're seeing out of their offense. You even see Alpha kept getting a couple of fakes here and there, doing well in those 1v1 situations. T-Corell now getting a clear out, and somebody's in the midfield. That's what I look for, always having somebody to touch that ball as it's rolling to the Knights' defensive end.
T-Corell positioning for that 50. Alpha Cup up to J-Pow. J-Pow gonna stay with it. Can't get a second touch. Kinsey misses on that. Bounce looks good for Alpha Kep, who pops it high. ZPS with some time going for his own backboard. Now ZPS a big clear after a couple demos for XSET. Saw the passing play come out. T-Corell had J-Pow there. J-Pow couldn't get it on target, but it does start this attack. Double commit, however. ZPS and Rodoko have a 2v1. ZPS got that lead blocker, but has to give up on the ball.
And he just turned right in front of it, didn't even get contact with it. I'm not sure if he chose to do that, but look at the counterattack now from XSET. We just saw the Knights in their best attempt at a counterattack did absolutely nothing, and now XSET, it just takes them one chance, one glimpse at the net to put one in from J-Pow.
J-Pow. Haven't been saying his name enough.
Yeah.
But he demands attention with that shot. 73 miles per hour. That wasn't slow either. Small window to work with. He hit it without blinking.
I think that's the thing for XSET. They don't hesitate in the midfield whenever it comes to taking long shots. Look at this hit from T-Corell. He's just banging it on the net, trying to waste boost of whoever's in the goal. The Knights a little bit more cautious with it whenever they take their shots. They don't want to put one on that's so far out, but sometimes, at least in this situation for XSET, it's working wonders. It's making them waste that boost. The goalkeeper's then out of position. Somebody can follow it up. Oh, here we go.
Alpha kept stretching for that save. Rodoko bounces it down. It was right to J-Pow. Now double tap setup. T-Corell takes it, but Kinsey will break up that backboard bounce. T-Corell, you know that he's going to read that double tap correctly.
Yeah.
Best way to make it defendable is to not let him have that shot at all. Final minute, XSET preserving a 1-goal lead. A nice back pass from T-Corell. The 50 from Alpha Kep. T-Corell getting bullied by Kinsey, who gets another very good challenge. Low boost for Alpha Kep. Can't get it cleared far in the corner. Now it's out to Rodoko. Rodoko, first touch control. Delays it. Alpha Kep has one boost. Saving it for a rainy day. Still, I got it. And that one off the post. That seemed like it was the chance for the Knights to get back into this game.
And I'm looking at the offense. We see so many passes out of the corners that go across the net. This ball grounded that entire time. Nobody wants to take it off the backboard from the Knights. XSET so stationary, and they've even bunched up and gone all over the place with their communication, their positioning, and they're still holding on the defense.
Wow.
3 seconds left. J-Pow. Keep this ball down.
J-Pow at the end, getting the defensive stops and getting the clear. That game, all J-Pow.
I don't even know what to say at this point, because it's so weird to see the ball constantly be in the half of XSET, and the Knights, they have a couple of good looks. We even saw that one go off the post so close. I'm not sure who was shooting it. Where was the accuracy with that shot? Otherwise, we would have had a tie game for the Knights, who aren't playing horrible by any means. They just can't seem to find that final shot.
And even in that first minute, it was a tough spot for XSET. T-Corell had 0 boost, had to kick it in reverse and get that save. And that was the only goal we saw. The only goal we saw was that counterattack. That was an incredible shot from J-Pow, who had quite the game. And now XSET is 1 game away from eliminating the Knights and securing top 8 and a spot to play for the regional title. And this is going to be interesting. Knights, I think, the favorite coming into this matchup.
Yeah.
And XSET ahead 2 games to none.
And it's all about that new pickup, T-Corell. Basically riding on the shoulders of J-Pow, though. You talked about the defensive performance in the last game, as well as I think he was the one who had that shot, right, in the midfield with the counterattack. I don't know how he got so much power on it.
J-Pow scored that last goal.
Yeah. It's crazy. He's been popping off. You got to get in front of him and deny that shot. But at the end of the day, if you can't predict when these counterattacks are going to come out, from XSET. I mean, every time XSET get one big clear, the Knights are rushing back, forgetting where they should be positioned. They don't know how to deal with that pressure.
Clear downfield will be stopped from Rodoko. Kinsei sends it across, hoping to get ZPS a chance. ZPS will get a piece of the 50, but J-Pow clears it up to Alpha Kep. Alpha Kep towards the backboard. Rodoko clears it. ZPS with some space. Got some boost from the midfield as well. 50 from ZPS. Now J-Pow shot. Save from Kinsei. Alpha Kep up early. Very good speed. Kinsei has enough boost to go for a clear. ZPS slowing it down. Couldn't get a shot on.
That's one of the things that we've seen a lot from the Knights is the slower play, the slower approach. Even now a demo from Rodoko, but Kinsei keeps it close, doesn't want to go for an earlier shot, or at least try and slam that one in right away. And I think more midfield shots from a distance would do wonders for the Knights. They need to waste the boost from XSET. They're getting all these hits. Finally, a bump. Something happens from the Knights to open up the shot, and now XSET don't know how to handle it.
ZPS had T. Carell in his sights. That bump, that was it.
That's what's needed.
Great bump from ZPS. The shot, follow-up from Rodoko. And the Knights keeping some hope alive.
Oh no.
that was a strange play all around.
T-Carell was trying to get a double tap off the backboard, so he hit it to follow it up. And yet Alpha Kep was coming down from his aerial, I think, and managed to get a touch and just completely denied T-Carell.
I think it was a pull shot, too, that even hit that ball in the first place. T-Carell staying with it in the air, positioning for the 50. It's out to J-Pow. Kinsei along the side. Alpha Kep waiting for it. Gets the boost steal. Going for a bomb. Rodoko will dodge it. If Rodoko gets bumped there, demoed by Alpha Kep, that would have been the equalizer for XSET.
But then looking at their counterattack for the Knights, it was just one big clear down to the other net, and XSET are more than comfortable to remain on the defensive side of things, even without boost. But ZPS actually has something to say about that. Almost got the double tap. Could have been a triple tap, I believe, for the defense of XSET, now trying to scramble and get in position.
It's almost perfectly executed from ZPS. Alpha kept going for an air dribble. Rebound out to J-Pow. J-Pow's shot would have been high anyway. Rodoko will clear it off to the side. T-Carell up. J-Pow too slow to it. Alpha Kep tapped it down. Rodoko lob shot, double commit. Alpha Kep last back. Gets beat, and ZPS will get an insurance goal for the Knights.
Look at the speed from ZPS. I think he outpaced two defenders in net who both could have gotten up. Alpha Kep jumped a little bit too late. ZPS slam dunks it over him. And it's that easy for the Knights now if you can get a good bounce off the corner. 2-0 for them. And they're looking to reverse sweep now to stay alive.
ZPS perhaps taking a bit too much time. However, it didn't matter. J-Pow couldn't get the 50. Backboard read. J-Pow goes for a clear. Rodoko waited for him the whole time. Alpha Kep, he's low. It's going to be the best he'll be able to do. T-Carell also low. Rodoko gets a demo on J-Pow.
T-Carell almost got the 1v1 attempt. We're not seeing any conversion now. Previously it was Alpha Kep every time he got put in that situation. It seemed like he was scoring them. Just quiet game from the offense. And how does this go in now? The Knights. Was there a double commit that they expected to hit it?
They were bamboozled by T-Carell. T-Carell jumps up. They think he's going to pass it. What's he going to do? Rodoko, ZPS.
That is so awkward. There's a chance now, 60 seconds. If that's the difference in this series, I won't even have any words for that issue. That's crazy.
That is Rocket League sometimes.
Well, the demo.
Alpha Cap wanted to air dribble that one through. T-Corral will jump up. He won't have much boost to do anything with that. Does get back up from J-Pow. Bump from J-Pow as well. Double tap. Final 30 seconds. Kinsey can't beat T-Corral. J-Pow will put it up off the ceiling. T-Corral up early.
Oh,
the demo attempt coming out. This one, scary for the Knights.
Still got a
Alpha
chance.
Cap harassing Rodoko. The bounce shot. What an angle from J-Pow. And he ties it with 8 seconds left.
How did he hit this from the corner? The pre-flip into the ball to find that angle. 8 seconds left. XSET, that was their only chance. They had to find a goal on that shot. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten another one. And J-Pow, the MVP, I'd say, of the series, keeps the hope for a sweep alive, James.
That makes no sense. The fact he was able to keep that going. And you see T-Corral wants overtime. Golden goal.
Yes.
XSET can secure their spot in the playoffs with just one goal.
I didn't think it happened. I didn't think after the mistake from the Knights, I was like, you know what? There's no way. This is just a goofy play. Nothing's going to happen out of this. The double commit from the Knights, that's what caused this. That weird play from T-Corral where he faked them out. And now we're in overtime in game 3.
Can the Knights step up? We'll have to show some grit and determination here. One goal away from elimination. Rodoko passing to Kinsey. Kinsey beaten to the ball by Alpha Cap. T-Corral shut down by ZPS. Alpha Cap gonna get boost and turn. Pops it over ZPS. Air dribbling past Kinsey. Rodoko giving up possession. This could be good for J-Pow. We've seen him do work. First touch, going for the 50.
Wait, what?
50's it off the crossbar. T-Corral will finish it in overtime. XSET are going to the playoffs.
What happened to the defender of Kinsey? He just dive bombed on top of the ball. And the 50 from J-Pow, that was an unreal air dribble across the field. And forcing that 50, J-Pow, the MVP, he found the angle to force an overtime, and then now he's the one making the play.
I love how everyone left early, and it was only J-Pow at the end screen because he deserved the limelight. He deserves the spotlight now after plays like that, getting the goal on an unbelievable angle with 8 seconds left. And then that play in the, he was out of this world in this series, Turtle.
And he's the one not only forcing the overtime, he's the one making the clutch play in overtime. And then we also saw him on all the counterattacks. He was the one receiving the ball, putting on crazy power towards the net. And if he didn't get the goal, he'd be wasting the boost. That's something that the Knights were missing. That pressure from all over the half. It seemed like they only were able to get chances when they infiltrated the corners. Other than that, we didn't see too much from the Knights. And that's a frustrating series, a frustrating game. I'm still thinking back to that one play where they double committed the fake from T-Corral. And that is what got XSET the win. I'm in disbelief.
Sometimes the cookie crumbles that way, Turtle, and XSET are thankful for it. A 3-0 sweep over the Knights. They're moving on to the playoffs. And to talk about all this action, we're going to go back to the desk.